Oh, what a great starting position that is. For random all select. A random all, but it's the same for everybody in a different order. So it'll all come together by the end. Got that one in nice and early. This video is brought to you by my newest YouTube channel, the GTA Car Showroom, aiming to be a complete repository of showcases and info for every GTA car. Click the link in the description to subscribe and browse all the cars that we have so far. Good start in the Dominator. Straight into the lead. That won't last. What a start. Minimal wheel spin. I'm away, I'm gone. Look at the gap already. So yeah, random all select. It is in the random all series because it's not just a normal random all. It's where it generates a random all selection, but it's the same for everybody. So we're all going to get the same cars by the end, but the cars that we got, it's not been chosen in advance like a random class or a custom class that we've made ourselves. It's literally the random all generator has generated a selection. And we'll find out what we get as we go through the race in a random order for everybody. What's our first one going to be? Just a race car. Well, that's going to help me maintain the lead. I think I've got a Moggy behind me. In a coquette of some description. So I know I'm going to get that coquette later on. Some point during this race. Damn, we're pushing, we're pulling away from everybody with these cars. But like I said, it all comes together at the end, so anyone who gets the slow cars early will have these cars to come later on and whatnot. What a start. In first place for 2 whole laps. Spritzer STR. Is that a Bison that Moggy's got now? Or some Saddler or something like that. Some big pickup truck. Got to utilize this this clean air in front. Put in those laps. Big advantage starting at the front, getting away, and also getting quick cars at the front. Be able to maximize those quick cars rather than later on in the race maybe being stuck in traffic when you get a quick car and not being able to utilize the pace of it fully. Look at the gap I've got now. This is going to come back to haunt me, isn't it? Later on in the race. When I get the slow stuff, inevitably. There. Okay, it happened later on in the race, was 30 seconds. So there are some slow things we can get, definitely. I think these are my favourite kind of races. I think I've said it the last time we did this. We don't do them too often, because obviously the luck and variance of random all takes precedence. You know, that is the most fun. but these are my personal favourite. Where it's a random all selection, so it can be anything, but everybody gets the same cars, so it's like balanced by the end. And it is a, you know, a race of skill, if you like. Seems like a fair few quick cars in this selection, though. I'm not gonna look at the leaderboard to see what other cars people have. Like we do see, as people go past and stuff, some other cars, but I don't want to like spoil it, especially being at the front. Like I really don't know. Wow, okay, there are some quick cars. Maybe this is the slowest. Maybe the June Loader's the slowest car. That'd be sweet if I've already got it and I'm still able to maintain a 5th place. But I don't know, because I haven't come across anybody in anything slower yet. Sand King XL. Well, it's definitely quicker than a June Load. That was close. I'm seeing a bunch of cars now. Oh, he's gone. I'm seeing a bunch of cars at this point. We've got 20 laps, so there's going to be 20 cars, including the Dominator. So that's 19 random cars. I haven't seen anything that would be slower than that June Loader. Be nice to get the slow car out of the way early, for sure. But yeah, these races are like just a perfect mix. You get the random all, anything can pop up, alongside the different car every lap, but everybody gets the same by the end, so it all comes together and it's a race of skill. Like these are my favourites. The first time we ever did this, I'm pretty sure there was a really boring selection of cars, so it didn't show its full potential. But every race since then has just been amazing. Yeah, it's just a regular Coquette that we're gonna get. Sadler it was. Peyote Custom. And a Buccaneer Custom in front. So a few lowriders. A few 2013 vehicles. A few race cars. It's a fun mix. Doesn't seem like there's anything atrocious. Not as if we're all in, you know, there's dozers around or drift cars or something that everybody's going to get. Again, wouldn't matter if there was, because it would be the same for everybody, but seems like it's reasonable cars for the most part. Drop down to 10th, but again, I imagine the people who are at the front in the later stage of the race are going to be those who haven't had the clean June Loader. And then they'll be getting it late and we'll chase them down. And oh, Jared's crashed. Oh my god, okay, there was a drift car. There absolutely wasn't. Oh, that's why Turbo flew off the track, because it was a drift Sultan. I thought it was weird that he went. Why did I have to say it? There's no drift cars around, like. To be fair, of all the drift cars to get, this is one of the easier ones. Oh, there's actually 3 Sultan drift cars together in 9th, 10th and 11th. So even the drift car selection has been kind. It's been a very kind random all selection. This is it feels like this is the kind of random all selection that in a normal random all it would be towards the front of a race. The Dune loader might make it so that you wouldn't win it, but you'd certainly be doing alright. Past that Dune loader. The Serena in the Ron livery. Velox Raid, we've got that to come later on. It's getting a bit dicey now. So tiny, this car. Especially compared to that Velox Raid on like lifted and whatnot. Oh, DiNmiTe. Oh, rip. Well, that's disappointing. To be fair, I'd had it good for the first part of the race, just clean laps. This is what you get when you go back in the pack. Have to deal with other people. Ugh. Is Moggy still in the lead? No, but close. I think a top 5 is on. Top 5 is always possible, and I think it definitely is given that start, even with that little crash. Wasn't too much time loss. Getting the slow car relatively early has made it a little more difficult than if I just kept getting really good cars and run my own race at the front. But I think we're still in for a good result here. Oh, please, 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 please. Again, PeeJay must be one of the other like slowest vehicles in this list. I think I'm only missing what, the Saddler now? Out of the like really slow stuff. Past the Dune loader. That's the important bit. If there's a Dune loader around, getting past it before the end of the lap is important. Here's that Velox Raid. Because then I'm like, I'm ahead, at least I'm ahead of like everyone who's had the Dune loader. Yeah, this is a bit dicey with traffic. A lot of cars to overtake here. We got through it cleanly. We're at the halfway mark, so the field spread is as big as it's ever going to be from a car perspective. Obviously, different driver skills change that, but you know, halfway through these races, the cars have caused the field spread to be as big as it's going to be, and then it's only going to contract from this point on as the people who get the fast cars get the slow cars, and the people who got the slow cars early on get the fast cars later on. That's the phase that we're in now. There's another June loader. Someone go through a pit. There's that drift Sultan. PeeJay time. I still have that ferocious to come as well. I wonder what my best lap was, that 111. Must have been the Jester, right? Close. Peaked very early if it was the Jester. Best lap on my second lap, first random lap. I haven't been able to match it since. I would really like to have a clean lap when I get the ferocious. Got a lot of space in front of me now. Now I don't. There it is. I was going to say now would be the perfect time to get it if I can get past. Yes, there we go. Alright, let's use it. Literally got it on the perfect lap, apart from like one of the early laps when I just had completely clean air. I've still got the Saddler to go, haven't I? Damn. Slowed up by the June loader at the wrong time. Still easily my best lap, but yeah, could have been a good 2 seconds quicker, I think, if I could have been able to carry the speed. That's the difference. That's a perfect example of the kind of difference you can sometimes get depending on where you get the cars and traffic and stuff like that. If you're at the front of the field at the start, like I was, the quickest way to have the race is to get progressively slower and slower cars, so have all the quick cars early, maximize them with clean air and clear track. Seeing it all start to come together though, as you know, some of these slower cars are coming out now from some of the people further up the field who probably got quicker cars early. Kind of thread my way through. Good lap. Featured in the True Sedans Showdown. Definitely watch that one. That's a great race. Warren at HKR. Not the quickest, but not bad. That put me back into third, those last 2 laps with the Ferocious and the Komoda. I would hope that the top 2 still have the June loader to do. Although it's Moggy back in the lead. He's both quick and seemingly had a bunch of the quick cars early. Like I was saying, that's got to be the quickest way to do the race. But then I suppose about halfway through the race there comes a point where it doesn't really matter because you end up with lapped traffic and you're going to get slowed down regardless. Alright, 5 laps to go, a quarter of the race left. I know that the Sadler is one of my cars to go. The Buccaneer Custom. The Retinue. Another Ron livery. Got the Sadler up in front in 3rd place now. Got a lot of traffic here though. And a Coquette coming up very quickly behind. Still got that Sadler lap to do though. That's the pain of it. It's the one slow vehicle I've still got, I think. The Buccaneer Custom's not going to be quick, to be fair, but the Sadler's definitely slower than the Buccaneer. Taking me the whole lap to catch up to this Sadler though, so it's not too bad. There is the Sadler. Alright, just gotta survive this lap. Oh, the Jackal, that's one that I've got to do. So it's the Buccaneer Custom, the Jackal, what else? Is there another muscle car? Oh, the Burger Shot Stallion, I've seen. And that's it. Those are my last 3 cars. And it's all going to depend on what everybody else has got in front of me and behind as to where I'm going to end up finishing in this race. We're starting to see some people with the quick cars later on coming through from behind. People from in front might get the slower cars. Alright, back 2 Burger Shot Stallions in a row and a Buccaneer Custom behind. It's going to close up nicely. I wonder if anyone that will get the June loader on the last lap. Knowing Moggy's luck, it'll be him, and he's had a clear run with quick cars to slow cars all the way through. I don't know how many in front have still got the June loader to go. I'm not seeing any right now. I'm in this fight for a top 5 still though. Two laps to go. Jackal or Buccaneer Custom? I reckon it's going to be the Jackal last. So I'll get the Buccaneer Custom now. 50-50 chance I'm right. Let's see. There's the June loader. Oh, I was wrong. Buccaneer Custom's my final lap. Time to take this position. That's 6th. There's another Jackal in front in 5th place, so doesn't help me. The Pajero ZX convertible behind that might be coming to overtake me. I think Moggy's on his last lap already. That's how far ahead he is. He has got the June loader on the last lap. Damn. He's probably had the perfect race. Just had a clean run of it with a load of good cars, and he's got the June loader right at the end. Is anyone going to be able to overtake him on that final lap? Or will he finish it off in the June loader? So I'm going to gain a place on this Sand King, but I'm going to lose a place to the Vajero, I think. Unless I defend, which I'm allowed to do. It's within my interest to do. Alright, last lap. Sadler in front, 6 seconds. 7 seconds. Buccaneer Custom. We all knew I was getting that. BGXL behind. Should be able to outpace the BGXL, I think. Traffic. Back markers. It's not helping though. It's actually a close fight between this BGXL for top 5. Don't think I'm going to catch the Sadler, am I? There's 2 June loaders in first and second. Oh no! No! The Komodo flies past. That puts me at a 6th. Moggy did finish it off in the June loader. I need to overtake Sand King XL or Sadler that are just going around here to get back into the top 5. Five seconds. There's only a few corners left. It's a June loader though. Oh, can I get it to the line on Electric Toaster with the June loader? He was in second coming onto the final lap. Oh my god, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. No! So close. Damn it. Top 5 was not possible, it turns out. That's DiNmiTe's fault. If it hadn't been for DiNmiTe crashing, I would have had top 5. Just a wait for whatever he puts in the video on a comment for that.
You hitbox, that's crazy. What kind of hitbox was that? How did that...
Oh man, that was close. That's the beauty though. That is the beauty of select races where everybody gets the same cars by the end. And the even better random all select where it's just such a random mix of cars. And you end up all closing in at the end, chasing down a June loader and a Buccaneer Custom after you've just been overtaken by a Komodo that was, you know, had his own race. It's, yeah. Random all selects are my favourite, especially when you get a good selection of cars for everybody to have. That was good, there was a mix of everything there. I was outpaced in the end ultimately. Although I was only 7 seconds away from second. It was quite close. It was 10 seconds separating second to 7th. So it all did come together in that like pack after Moggy, but Moggy had the start that I had, but then kept getting the good cars probably, seems like, and then saved the June loader until the end. My early June loader cost me because it put me back in the pack. Although a lot of these guys are quicker than me just anyway, so I'll take a 6th. Would have been nice to get that 5th though. 0.3 of a second away from the top 5. Drift car and June loader last 2 laps. Really, Moggy? Oh, you actually did have basically the perfect race? The 2 slowest cars on the final 2 laps, so you got the chance to utilise the speed of all the quick cars early on. That's crazy. That's the difference it's made. Moggy's quick as well, mind, but... And I wonder if Jake said he started in 30th, so getting up to 2nd is a really good result. I wonder if Jake had slow cars early, because that's kind of what you want in the opposite situation. If you're starting at the back of the grid, you want to be able to get the June loader and the drift car first, so you can just run your own race, and then you get a load of clean laps, because you're at the back anyway. Crazy. Good race. These are definitely the best kind of races. Had a pretty even spread of fast, slow throughout, but I did have the Coquette, Jester and Komoda on the last 5 laps. Yeah, so you got some quick cars at the end to really push on for that second place. Yeah, Sadler, Sand King and June Loader in 3rd, 4th and 5th. Just needed a bit of a quicker car to chase them down.